Cheers, Sword Prepper here. It's kind of chilly out this morning. It's the first morning that it actually feels cold, like it could be winter type cold. We're going to talk about a few things that I believe are quite important topics, and that is things to think about and situations that might be harder to walk through than what they sound. We have this version of shtf in our minds. We have this version of the thing going down in our minds where it's going to be this World War type situation where you're going to have your little clan and there's going to be these other little clans over here, and there's going to be all sorts of fights and all sorts of little things going on, and it's going to be fun and all that jazz. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Now, there will be you and your clan, if you have one, if you're mag, and there will be others. But I've heard from so many people that they expect it to be this funhouse. They expect it to be this some sort of this walk in the park, or there's like it's some sort of game, like it'll be some sort of playtime. And don't get caught up in that. Don't think for one moment that it's gonna be some sort of fun game that people will be playing along with you, and that people will be shooting at you, but they won't actually be trying to kill you. You know, it'll be more fun than anything. You'll be the target, but you know, you won't actually be the target. Couldn't be further from the truth. It won't be fun. My nose is kind of stuffy. It won't be fun, and it won't be something that you'll be looking forward to at all. In fact, you'll be wishing for the days beforehand. And the only thing that's going to keep you going is if you have a purpose, if you have a drive. The only thing that'll keep you going, the only thing that'll keep you on your feet and waking up every morning to the world that we'll be living in, is because you'll have some sort of drive, whether it be your family, your animals, your pet, your wife, your children, or simply because you have the will to survive. Simply because you have the will, you have that grit of our forefathers. You have that grit of the people who sailed over here and started from nothing. Maybe that's what's going to keep you going. But you will stay going. Because if you don't, you'll lose. And you would have done all this for nothing. It's not going to be some sort of game. So prepare for the worst. Think about it as a situation. No, I'm not saying get depressed or anything, but think about it in a serious manner. I'm not saying it's only going to be negative, only think about the negative. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is think of it in a very serious manner. Don't think of it as, it'll be Call of Duty time. It'll be Ghost Recon time. It'll be, just like the movies, and it'll be fun and all. Couldn't be further from the truth. Couldn't be further from the truth. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like the movies or the video games. How ready are you to live in that world? How ready are you to be able to have your gang, your tribe, your mag? How ready are you to be a part of that? Because if you've been thinking of it, my nose. If you have been thinking of it in a manner in which is game-like, or in a manner of which is, it'll be a party type deal, then you've been thinking of it in the wrong manner, and you're likely not prepared for what it will actually be like. You're likely not prepared for things that are actually going to come, and the life you're actually going to have to live. So, here's some tips I would say you could do to, prepare yourself and think about. First of all, like I said earlier, think of this whole thing in a serious manner. Because I'll be the first to tell you guys, people in my generation don't even think about this sort of thing. People in my circle, everyone that I know that's my age, and just, you know, people from my generation, they don't think about this kind of thing. To them, the thing going down, the threat of nuclear war, doesn't even exist to them. They're just living their life, going to school, and any sort of reality is far from their minds. So essentially, I have no one to talk to about this stuff. There's no one my age around to go and, you know, explain things to and kind of make a little plan, or, you know, be sort of, you know, on the same page. All the young people in my generation have and want nothing to do with this type of lifestyle. But most people in movement are, you know, 40s, 50s, 30s even, and a lot more of a lot more people that are your 40s and thing. They're a lot more in tune with this, and they want to talk about it. They want to have conversations. So go out there, find someone that is in your genre, that is in your age, and talk about this stuff. Don't let it just be a simple of mind. Don't let it be something that you only think about. Go talk to it with your generation. Go compare things with your generation. Compare, if you're 40, go to find some other 40, 43-year-old and say, hey, you know, I'm feeling this way about reality. And I remember when, you know, I was growing up and things were this way. And now they're this way. Now they're bad. And, you know, see if you're not the only one. See if that person can compare thoughts and, you know, kind of feel the way you feel about it. And remind yourself that, yeah, so I'm not crazy, you know. Do that. But there's plenty of ways to, you know, prepare yourself and keep yourself going. Give yourself the drive to continue going. Find something that matters to you. Many of you already have something that will keep you going, that will give you a drive to continue. So that's mainly not a problem. But there are a few people out there that don't have. If the chips were to fall, they would really have nothing to motivate them to keep going. I mean, they'd have their storehouse and thing, but once everything went down, they have no family, they have no pet to look after, they have no really anything to motivate them, and slowly their drive would die. Slowly they move into the mindset of, you know, is this really worth it? Me living in this world, me living in this terrible place that has become reality, is it really worth it for me to even continue? And they lose the will. Some might say, no, that wouldn't happen because, you know, you'd have the will to survive because you stocked up all that stuff and you were ready. I'm telling you, it takes more than that. I'm telling you, when you get depressed, when you feel like there's nothing for it, when you feel like you've lost already, you might have everything you need at your disposal, but if there's no drive, to use that stuff, if there's no drive to continue being, if there's no drive to keep you on track, then you're going to fail. And that's the simple truth. You have to have some sort of mental lock, some sort of mental reason. You have to have a reason to go. So that's one of the things. That's another thing I'm trying to, you know, make sure my viewers, whoever you are, understand that you should look for a reason to go on. You should look for a drive. You should look for something that will allow you that will give you a motor and push you forward. One more thing, I said this on other videos, but just go out inside and practice with your stuff. You know, go outside. I know some people live in suburbs and cities and such, but you can even do that. You can even do it around your house, inside your house. Go outside and create yourself a scenario. If you can't go outside, then do it inside. Just pretend for a moment that that the chips have fallen. Just pretend for a moment that things have gone down. And, you know, just act like you would in that situation. I don't know, take out your weapon or something and walk around the house. Sneak around the house. Turn on the news station or watch an old recording of a devastation happening and act like it's happening to your city now. And walk around the house, just, you know, sneak around. If you have land, if you have property, then learn your property. If you have the property to do so, then walk around your property and learn your property. See what you've got out there. Sneak around your property. Learn the crooks and crevices of your property. And do that. That's going to be very important. You don't want to, when everything goes down, then start learning your stuff. You don't want to, when everything goes down, then start learning your property. And let that be the moment you finally take action to learn your property. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you warriors. When everything goes down, you want to already know everything about your property. You want to know everything about your equipment. Anything you have, anything that's an asset to you, or isn't an asset to you, you want to know every single thing about it. So, yeah. Do that. Go outside. Get the training. Do the things now. Stay out of the cold. And I'll see you on the line of battle.